Welcome to the Deep Dive. We know you want to get straight to the heart of important information quickly.
That's the goal.
So today, we're doing just that. We're exploring some really insightful excerpts from Partnership and Purpose in Corinth.
Ah, Corinth. Fascinating place.
Right. We'll look at the early church there, the issues they faced, which maybe surprisingly feel quite contemporary.
Very much so.
Our mission here is to understand Paul's take on, well, effective service and how to overcome divisions. You'll get practical takeaways, things you can apply even now.
Yeah, and what's really striking about Corinth as we look into it is this paradox. You've got this community, huge potential, amazing spiritual gifts, but they're getting tripped up. The source actually calls it trivial, non-spiritual issues.
Trivial things, like what?
Well, the diagnosis given is maturity. It came from carnal thinking and behaviors, basically self-focused thinking, worldly values taking over instead of their shared mission. And it's just a vivid picture of how easily, personality stuff, internal politics can just derail things.
Yeah, that sounds familiar. So let's unpack that a bit, this focus on individuals becoming a problem.
Right.
The source highlights a few things, like people getting maybe too much attention, undue regard.
Exactly. And then you start getting drawn to charisma or certain traits rather than the actual substance of the message or the work.
And you forget they're human, right, with flaws.
Completely. We forget their actual identity in this context.
Yeah.
They're servants, part of something bigger, not the whole show.
You can definitely see parallels today, can't you? In teams, organizations.
Oh, absolutely. And Paul, he uses some great images to shift that focus back, really insightful metaphors.
Okay.
The first one is the harvest. Think about farming. You've got multiple people involved, right?
Sure. Planting, watering.
Exactly.
Yeah.
One plants, another waters, maybe someone else weeds. Each person has a specific role, and the text says it's God assigned.
A specific part to play.
Yeah. And the key thing is, no single person is responsible for the whole harvest. It's collaborative. And ultimately, the growth, the increase that comes from God, from something beyond the individuals.
That makes a lot of sense. It takes the pressure off one person being the star.
Precisely.
You mentioned a second image.
Yes, building, construction.
Okay.
So different people contribute at different stages, laying the foundation, putting up walls, the roof.
Right. Different skills needed at different times.
Exactly. But what really stands out here is that it all follows a plan, a blueprint. There's a pre-established design. That initial plan, the foundation, is critical for everything else.
So it's not just random contributions. There's an underlying structure.
That's the idea. Yeah. And pulling from these metaphors, we get some really practical principles.
Like what?
Well, first, appreciating partnership. Seeing the value everyone brings. It's not a competition.
Okay.
Second, realizing it's a privilege to be involved in something bigger, this sort of divine participation. Our work has greater significance.
Right. It's not just about us.
And third, kind of accepting our specific place within that bigger structure, that plan. We each have a role, not the role.
So that leads to this idea of diligence in assignment. What does that mean practically?
Well, the source suggests our work, our ability to do it, it's enabled by God's grace. It's not just our own talent. And often our role might just be laying a foundation, preparing the way for others who come after us.
So care and wisdom are important.
Crucial. And sticking to the pattern, the established design or blueprint, not going off on our own tangent just because we prefer it.
Okay, that pulls it all together. Shifting from personalities to purpose, working diligently together within a larger plan.
That's the core message from Corinth.
So a final thought for you listening. Think about your own world, your own context. What's driving things? Is it mostly personalities, or is there a genuine shared purpose?
Yeah, and how might understanding your specific role, your part in the bigger design at work, maybe in your community group, even family, how might that change your perspective?
How might it change how you see your contributions? And maybe how you see others' contributions too? Something to reflect on.